Hey guys, welcome back to GWiz Academy. In this video, we're going to explore Python strings. You might ask that what is there in strings? We already know what exactly string is by now. We have gone through these 10 chapters. So now this is the 10th one, and I clearly know what is string. String is nothing but um, alphanumeric words or characters, whatever you put it in a variable, that is called a string. Just for example, if let's say x is a variable in which we have a string which we add it within this inverted commas, double inverted comma. Let's say my name, Rakesh is my name, so this is a string. Or is a web developer, so this is also a string, right? This is it. But there is more to this. We need to understand more concepts related to string. This is not complete thing. To understand everything related to string or to master strings, these are the concepts that you need to understand and learn. First is assigning a string, and second is multi-line string, how to create multi-line strings. Third is what is indexing and what is negative indexing. You need to learn this. And then we need to learn what is slicing. And after that, we need to learn modifications, replace, split, concatenation, formatting, escaping, and we have some challenges as well here listed that we will go through one by one. Okay, so let's get started. Let's dive deep into strings concept and see what we can learn and extract from this video. First thing is assigning a string to a variable. Just in the beginning of this video, I have shown you an example. Let's say we create a name variable and assign it a string called the value of the name. So let's say my name is Rakesh, so the value is Rakesh. It's as simple as that. Or let's say x is equals to, this is a random string, right? So this way, whenever we use double inverted commas, right, double quotation mark, and whenever we add content inside that and we assign it to a particular variable, then we call it as a string. This is what is a string. So in case of numbers, we don't use this double inverted commas, right? Now this is what is assigning a string. We know this from the beginning itself, we already know. But the next concept is how to write multi-line string. Let's say this is just one line. So what if we had to write this is the second line of string, and you might say that just remove this double inverted comma and add this here. I'm sorry, so let me remove this here from here. Let's say x is equals to double inverted commas, this is the first line of string, just a random text. Okay, this is the second line of the string. Now as you can see, this is having an error. Let me first close that here as well. So as you can see, this is already showing it as an error. It is highlighting it as an error. But still, if we go ahead and save it, and if we run the command, run the program, then you might see that syntax error. We can easily find syntax error, undetermined string literal, on line number 7. So this string is undefined because this double inverted commas only work if we add single line strings. Now the error has gone. But what to do for multi-line strings? For multi-line strings, what can be done is simply use triple inverted commas. Instead of double inverted commas, use triple inverted commas. It's as simple as that. That's it. Now you can go ahead and type your sentence. This is the first sentence, and this is the second sentence, right? So this way we can go ahead and create multi-line strings. Now if, let's say, if I try to type the value of x in the output, let's run the command and let's scroll down. This is the first line sentence, this is the second line sentence. This way we can type multi-line strings. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. We have understood how to assign strings, we have understood how to create multi-line strings. Right now, an extremely important concept in strings, or in later videos in advanced concepts as well, a very important concept is indexing, which beginners often get confused: indexing and negative indexing. Let's say, let's assume this variable, let's call this variable again, this variable, let's assign it as a name Rakesh. So as you can see, this particular variable has a value called Rakesh. Value Rakesh is nothing but a string here. Okay, so let me divide this string, just I'll add it as a notes. So if this is Rakesh, so let me just neatly write it out again: R A K E S H. This is for just for explanation or visualization. Just I'm writing it off. Okay, it is nothing to do with the programming. I'm just explaining you how you can visualize it so that you don't make mistakes in future programming and creating logics and all. Right, you will never fail in creating logics related to indexing. Okay, so right now this is a string and I divided this string like this. Now I'll start naming it. So for first, naming has to be done. Indexing is nothing but naming. We'll assign a position for this particular characters. Each characters will get its own position. So first R will get 0th position, and second A will get first position. Similarly, K will get second position. This E will get third position, fourth, fifth. Right? It's as simple as that. Now this is called as indexing. So if someone asks you what is the character which is on the third position of Rakesh string, if someone asks you what is the character that is on the third position, then you say E is the character that is available on third position. Generally, if you just see Rakesh here randomly, you will just say RAK. So K is the third character. It's not like that. K is the second character that lies in the second position. A is the character that lies on the first position. This is how indexing works. And coming to negative indexing, what we need to do, first we will start from here. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Right? This is how negative indexing works. Negative indexing, you need to name it from the right hand side. And normal indexing starts from 0, but negative indexing starts from 1 to 6. So the characters are -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. So if someone asks you, let me just name it. This is negative indexing. How to check the authenticity? See, now what is the use of this indexing, and how to check the authenticity of what I just now explained you? I might be wrong, right? So I might be wrong. So don't just go with my words. Let's go ahead and test. Let's go ahead and ask Python itself whether what is right. So if someone asks you what is in the second position of Rakesh string, then what you need to do is print what is print what We need to print name. But what we need to print in name? We need to print a character that is available on the second position. So what you need to do? We need to tell print name, but which position we want? Second position, the letter which is available on the second position. So let's save it. Let's ask Python what lies in the second position. In second position, as we see here, the output is k. In the sense, when we type name, this brackets and brackets, inside brackets we add the position of this particular position. In the sense, we technically we call it as an index. Okay, so name bracket square brackets, and inside square brackets we put just the index of this particular word k, or which index we want, second position or second, and we'll get the output as k. And then we can go ahead and say that okay, k lies in the second position of Rakesh string. If someone asks you what lies in the minus fifth position of Rakesh, what is in the minus fifth? It is hard to visualize directly, but if we have a chart like this, we can simply say under minus fifth we have a, right? We rendered it in our mind very fast, even faster than Python, right? So let's just verify whether we are correct or not. So print name and check minus 5. We should get what? We should get a. Okay, so let's save it and run the command. Congratulations, so we have got a. So this way we can pull a certain characters out of string and use it and modify it or process it. We will see all those examples in our later video, but this concept, this visualizing technique is extremely important and people get confused. I'm 100% sure no one on YouTube will teach you in this way of visualization. This is my way of visualization through which I have learned this indexing process. So the same thing you will also learn, I'm sure, and I'm 100% sure you will never have questions related to indexing or negative indexing from now onwards, right? So this is how we identify what is the position or what is the index, what is the character in particular index. Okay, now let's say if I want to yeah, let's say if I want to print after k, whatever it is after k, sorry, kesh, I need to print this much. In this particular string, I want to print from k to sh. So how do I do that? Simply type print and then what is the variable name? It's name and square brackets, and square brackets, inside square brackets what we need to do? What is the index of k? Index of k is 2. So simply write 2 and add colon and just leave it as it is. As soon as you leave it as it is, what will happen is from 2, whatever it is after that till the end of the string, it will get printed. Let's save it and let's run the program and see. Scroll down. Kesh, name kesh is not okay. Let's run it again. See, kesh. We wanted to print kesh, right? So we just used indexing method to identify the position of k, and then whatever it is after k, then we have printed it. So what if I want to print whatever it is before k? So what we need to do is this prints from k to end of the string. This prints minus fifth character of the string. This prints second character of the string. right? I hope this will be clear for you. So I'll save it. And now let's say if I want to print before k whatever it is, please show me. So what I need to do, simple, print name. Okay, and then we use the square brackets, and inside square brackets in the beginning copy everything. I'll just leave it blank, and after this column I'll write 2. What is 2? 2 is k, right? So we need to print whatever it is before k. So k 2 we need to type it here. So what will happen now, this prints everything before k. Save it, run the program, scroll down, and as you can see here, RA is printed. Now there is one important note that you need to remember here. Let's say if I want to print AKES, not H, or let's say AKE, I just want to print AKE, just print AKE. So how to do that? Let's see what is the position of A. Position of A is 1. Okay, so we need to use name, square brackets, A's position is 1, and what is the last word that we need? E. E's position is 3, right? So we'll type 3. This is what you think it is, but what happens here is this will print just AK, it will not print E, because the right side of this column, whatever we add, this is excluded. First, this format, how this format is written in the sense, before colon included, or let's say included colon excluded. This is the syntax, right? So now if we want AKE, so A's position is 1, so we have written 1. Why we have written 1? Because it is included, so I have written 1, it is included. But E's position is 3, so if I write 3 here, this 3 will be excluded, so I should not write 3, rather I should write 4 here. 4 here. Now if you go ahead and print this thing, let me copy this complete thing and put it in under print. If you see, if you go ahead now and save it and run this program, this will print AKE. But generally what people do, people just confuse and just type E and save it and run this program, and they will get an error, or they will get a wrong answer, AK, just because the first parameter is included, the second parameter is excluded, right? So excluded in the sense till here, not including this parameter. So third position will not be included, so I need to write fourth parameter, right? So I hope you understood this concept clearly. Don't worry if you did not understand or something like that, then please watch this video once again. Watch this video 10 times till this concept gets into your head, right? Now let's come to the next concept called slicing. Okay, so I think I have already covered this slicing concept. This is indexing. From here to here we have covered indexing, and till here also we have covered indexing. But this one that we understood how to extract certain characters from a particular string is what slicing is called as. Okay, so this comes under slicing. Now let's go to next concept of modification. Let's say it's a very simple concept. Just have your focus here. So let's say the name variable is what? Rakesh. So if I want to print this name, but the printed name has to be in capital letters, it should be in caps. So what I need to do is I don't have control over this input because user will send this input. So what I need to do is whenever I print this particular variable, I need to print it in a capital format. So what way I can do is print what I need to print, name I need to print, right? So name, but I'll use a method by using this dot. What is the method? Method in the sense function. So what is the function that I'll use? I'll use upper and parenthesis. That's it. It's as simple as that. What it will do is it will print this name in capital format. Just run this code. As you can see, the whole thing is now capital. So now if you understand, if you see, name is equals to name dot upper. Okay, what does this mean? This means I converted this name into capital letter, and I saved it in the name variable. So the right now if I print name, it will again show me in caps, right? Rakesh and Rakesh. This just printed out Rakesh, but here I have saved that uppercase Rakesh into name variable again. So what I'll do, I need to make it a lowercase again. So how do I make this name into lowercase again? So what I need to do is using a method where I'll use this variable lower method lower name. Okay, this is a variable, and this variable I have created. Whatever name you want, you can keep it. What I will do is right now name is in capital, right? In caps, we know that. So if name is in caps, how to turn it into small case? Just add dot and type lower and parenthesis. That's it. Now this lower name is nothing but is in lowercase of my name. Just see, print and type lower name. Save it. Okay. Now if I run this program, it was converted back to lowercase, right? This is how you can change a string from lowercase to high case or higher case to lowercase, right? Cap case to lowercase or lowercase to cap case. You can change it by using this method. Now if you one more concept is we need to work on strip. What is this strip all about? Let's say there is a name, there is a variable called as full name. Okay, so what is full name? Rakesh, or okay, so I'll put it in this way. F name is nothing but first name is Rakesh, and L name is nothing but last name, right? Kumar. So if first name is Rakesh and L name is Kumar, I need to type print. I need to print full name. So what I'll do, I'll use print function and I'll just type F name plus L name. Okay. Now click on save and run this program, and let's see what is the result. Rakesh Kumar. This is fine. This looks fine. But what if I need to add a space between first name and last name? I simply need to add a space here. Okay. Or what you can do, either add space here. Let me save it and run this program. This will add a space here, but if not, then remove this space and add a space here. Okay, and save it and run the program. It's also yielding the same result. Okay, instead some people do what they do is they add space here or they add space here, and but this won't work. If you save it and run this program. That doesn't work. So here space doesn't matter. So what matters is here we need space. But the issue is, I'll tell you, what if we have space, this much space? What will you do? We cannot add any space over here, right? We don't have control. Actually, the data that is being saved in a variable, we don't have the control over it, because what happens is, generally whenever we write programs, we take inputs from a user, in the sense the customer, the one who is using the website or filling up the form or something like that. When someone fills the form, the data is captured. While someone is filling the form, if they fill the form with this much space, what happens is, if I write some code, something like this, print first name plus last name, and if I save it, now if you run this program, they will see their name something like this. But the user doesn't care, right? They'll just complain that, hey, my name is shows like this and this doesn't makes any sense. So how did you write code, and all those things will happen. So what we need to do is, no matter how many space a user has added, we need to remove all the space. So how to remove all the space? So what I'll do is, f name is equals to f name dot strip method. That's it. So what this will do is, as soon as I add this strip method, the space will be removed from Rakesh, and what will be the f name? Just simple R Rakesh will be added. You simply see. So let me save it and print run this program. As you can see, R space has been removed, right? So there is no space is affecting right now. So as soon as you add this method or function called as strip, what it does is, it removes all the space within the string. Just before or after the string, whatever spaces is there, it will remove it. Let me add the note here. This function will simply remove all spaces before and after string. So before a Rakesh string, is there any space? No. After sh, there is a huge space. There is multiple spaces, right? So this, all these spaces are removed just as soon as we added strip. And here, in case if we need compulsorily, if this is extremely important for us to add any space in between Rakesh and Kumar, then what we can do is, we can simply do like this. We can simply add one more plus, and we can add space here. How? Just by using double inverted commas and add one character in between. So what does this do is, this will add one space in between f name and l name. But here f name and l name, we need to format it by using the strip method, so that, what happens is, if there is any unnecessary space, because we don't know how many spaces will user add, right? So we removed all those spaces. So now if I save it and run this code, I'll get a perfect name, first name space last name, right? This is how you make use of this method strip. This is how you make use of this method called lowercasing, or this is how you make use of this method called as uppercasing. So we have learned modification of strings, lower, upper, and strip. This is how we learned slicing in the sense, just taking out a chunk of a particular string. Okay, and this is how we learned indexing. We understood positioning and indexing. We learned how to do multi-line string. We understood how to do this, creating a string. It's as simple as that. And now let's say, name variable is Bob. Okay, and now, or else we took this name variable multiple times, so let me just change it. Let's say some random variable my variable, random variable, something like that, my variable or something, or let's say item. Okay, item variable is a chair. Chair is a item, and this value is a string, and string we have inside the variable called as item. Now here if you see, we what if I say that replace this c, the first c, with something else, b or a or k or whatever it is. So how to do that in string? So we have a function for that as well. For that we need to, let's write it like this: print, or yeah, we'll use print function. And inside print function, what we need to do, let's use item. We need to print item, but we'll use a function called as replace. What to replace? We need to replace c with, let's say, replace c with k. So we don't write k directly, we put the k inside double inverted comma again. So what does this mean is, hold this item variable and replace this particular, replace is a function, replace what? Replace c with k. This is what this particular code means. Okay, so if I save it now and if I run this code, our chair has been converted into khair. Okay, so this way, or let's say print item dot replace let's say r with double o. Replace r with double o. Okay, so let's me save it. Please remember, now the item is changed and item name is khair. So from khair it will be changed to something like hayo or something like that. So let me save it and run this program, and as you can see, chayo. Okay, so here what happened is, we are printing. Okay, so here we changed the name, but we did not save it back to item. So if in case if I want to save it back to the item variable, then I can do something like this: item equals to, I need to copy the whole thing here, save it and run this program. So now what will happen? Khair and khayo. So here I have saved this particular value again back into that variable. Now that khair is converted to khayo or something like that, right? So if I don't save it, I'm just printing it out, I'm not saving it back to the variable. Don't get confused. I completely understand that this is getting this video is very long, so you need to take a break and come back later. If it gets even longer, I'll try to make it in two parts or something like that. But yeah, it is extremely important. You need to understand these concepts, but you don't have to memorize anything. You simply understand it, try to understand it. You don't have to memorize or do anything. If in case if you get doubt or if you did not understand any particular concept, please let me know in the Q&A section. I'll try to explain that particular concept once again, or make sure that you watch this video again and again and again, so that you all the questions or doubts related to strings and modifying strings will be gone from your mind. Okay, so now let's talk about splitting. How to split? Let's say we have a s variable or something like that, or let's say we have a variable called as message. Okay, message. What is the message? Message is hello, or let's say hi, this is Rakesh. Okay, so let's say this is a message. This is a string that is saved inside the variable called as message. Now if someone asks you to split this particular whole string into two parts, and the first part should contain hi and second part should contain Rakesh, or if someone asks you to cut this whole string, and where should I cut, they will tell that cut this string wherever you find commas. Okay, now how to do that? So the task is I need to cut this whole string wherever I find commas. So what I can do is I can write print, and let's say message dot split. Okay, and where do I need to split? I need to split it wherever I find comma. It's as simple as that. Now save it and run this code. Now let's see. As soon as you added this method, you simply split this whole string wherever you find comma. So as soon as before comma we have hi, and after comma we have this is Rakesh. Let's say this sentence is even longer and we have one more comma, and let's say, and I am a developer, right? This is the whole string. So if this is the case, let me quickly save, and let me not change anything over here. I'll still split the whole string wherever I find comma. So one comma is here, second comma is here. So now there will be three parts of this particular string, right? So let me run this code. Let's go ahead and test. There are now three parts. Hi, this is Rakesh and I am a developer. So what exactly this is doing is whenever we use a split function, it is creating a list. What is list we will see in our later videos, but for now just understand it. As by using this process we can easily cut, or technically we can use the word called as split the whole string into multiple parts. Either you can use any alphabet, or right now I have used this comma, so you can simply use alphabet H or T or whatever it is, right? All right, so now let's go ahead and see how to do concatenation. What is concatenation? Concatenation is just uh, mixing up the words or let's say strings. Okay, so let's see. Right now we have already seen, right, this wherever we have used this plus symbol, that is what is concatenation. But again I'll just show you an example. Let's say first sentence is, let's assume it as this is the first sentence, or let's say first word. Okay, and last sentence, this is nothing but last word. Okay, now if I save it, and what if I need to concatenate these both words together? I need to print these two words together. So what do I need to do? Print f sentence plus l sentence. This is what we used to do, right? This is what is called concatenation. It's as simple as that. Now if I run this code, I'll get what will I get? Can you guess? First word plus last word, right? And if in case if I want to add some space, what do I need to do? I need to add space here, or I need to add space here, right? I'll save it, I'll run the code, first word and last word, right? Okay, perfect. This is what is concatenation. It's all about that. It's a simple concept. Now coming to a concept called as formatting. What is formatting? Let's say, let's use the same example like before. um, first sentence or first word or something like that. First sentence is first word, and second sentence is not a string, but it is a let's say mm, I guess let's say it is 45 or something, right? 45, yeah. And my sentence, this is a variable where I'll write okay, this is the complete sentence with first word. I need to type first word here with first word, so I need to type this first word here with blank, and last word is nothing but last sentence. Okay, I'll do one thing for your easy understanding. Let's say I have a variable called as name, and name is Rakesh, and age is 29, right? These are the two variables. Now if here, let's say, if I want to print a sentence called as my name is Rakesh and age is 29, if I want to print this kind of sentence, and I have one, let's say I have a variable called as introduction, which says my name is blank and age is blank. So here I want to print what I need to print these two values. So how do you print these two values here? So for that, what we use is we use flower brackets. What do we use? Flower brackets. Simply use flower brackets here. Okay, now come back here. And put your double inverted commas inside this double inverted commas. Okay, this is a string, and in this string we need to add what my name is fill in the blanks, age is fill in the blanks, and in this two blank area we need to put our age and name. So how do you do? You need to print it, this whole string, right? So what we can do is we can print, use this function called as print, and print what? Introduction we can print. And in introduction what we need to do is dot, use a method called as format. What do you need to format? You need to format, first thing is Rakesh, or you can say name is the first thing that you need to format, name, and the second thing that you need to format is age. Now save it. Now if you run this code and see what exactly we are asking, we are asking to print introduction. We are printing introduction, but in this introduction I want to add, in first blank space I want to add name Rakesh, and in second blank I need to add the age 29. So here I will add a method called as format, and inside format I'll add what I need to format name and format age. So right now we need to get this correct answer. Yeah, my name is Rakesh and age is 29. I think you got this answer, right? So let's say if I want to, if our sentence is like, let's say, introduction is equals to my age is blank here and name is flower bracket, in the sense blank. Instead of this, instead of this. If this is the case, if this is a sentence, then how do you make sure that name goes directly inside this and age goes directly inside this? It got reversed, right? First the name was here, so it got, you might think that it will just be replaced sequentially, but what if name is in the last and age is before? Here the concept that we learned here will come into place. What is the concept that we have learned? Indexing. So here, let's say if the first variable is Rakesh and second variable is 29, the first position will be 0 and second position will be 1. So here I will type 0, or let's say I need here my age is the second age I need, right? So age position is 1. So I'll type 1, and here Rakesh position is 0. So I'll type 0. And now if I use the same code, copy this, and or let's simply comment it off and let's paste it here again. Name and age, format, everything is same. Now that I have clearly instructed the program that here I need to print 1th value, here I need to print 0th value. What is the 0th value? 0th value is Rakesh and 1th value is 29, right? So now if I save it and run this program, you can see my age is 29 and name is Rakesh. So no matter what is the sequence, you can use this indexing principle and make sure that correct data is added to the correct place. This is what is formatting is called, and this is what you need to know. Don't worry, you don't have to get too much expertized in this concept right away. This is the first time, if this is the first time that you are watching this video, then don't worry, you don't have to memorize anything. We will work on multiple exercises in our later videos, in our other further intermediate course or in our advanced course. We will learn very much in detail all these things. You don't have to memorize. I'll make sure that you understand and imbibe all these concepts. So right now what you need to do is you simply understand the concept, what is happening. That's it. Don't memorize. You cannot memorize all this stuff right away. Okay, so don't try to memorize it, just understand it. Wherever you don't understand something, please make sure to ask those questions. Right now, let's say escaping. I have a sentence. Let's go ahead and see what is escaping. Let's say I have a sentence. The book title is Think and Grow Rich. Okay, this is the book title and is really good book. If this is a sentence that I have, in the sense this is a string, right? I need to print this string. So let's say I copy this whole string, come back here, book, I'll add a title called as, I'll add a variable called as title, and I'll assign this value of a string. I'll print this, I'll place this whole sentence. As you can see, this is an illegal sentence. Why is it illegal sentence? Why is this illegal sentence? Because we know that we can simply write string only inside double inverted commas, right? So but as you can see, the sentence itself has inverted commas, double inverted commas, so we cannot print this particular title. Even if we try to save and run this code, we will get an error. See, syntax error, invalid error, the title, book, and blah 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 blah. So what is happening here is Python is getting confused why this guy has used this double inverted comma again and again. It is not get understanding, but our requirement is we need to use double inverted commas. So what we need to do, we can tell Python that skip this particular character. So which character we need to skip? This double inverted comma, it needs to skip, and it should not read that particular character, so that it can print the whole thing. So what I need to do, simply I need to add a backslash, so that as soon as I add backslash, it will ignore this next character. That the next character is double inverted comma. Similarly here also I'll add backslash, so that it will ignore the next character, that is nothing but double inverted commas. Now if I save it and type print title, save it and see, the book title is Think and Grow Rich, and as you can see, the Think and Grow Rich came inside the double inverted commas. So like this, if you have some special characters or something that you think that the code might get interfered or something like that, then you can use this backslash and skip that particular character. This is what escaping concept is in the string, right, in Python. Now let's move, we have understood a lot. I think this video is around 1 hour of long video, so I'll see if I think if we need to divide it in two parts, we will divide it in two parts, or else we'll keep it as a one single video you can watch over and over again. But yeah, we have understood a lot of concepts. You need to watch this video again and again, at least twice, to understand it, or else you can pause this video and practice it, and pause this video and practice it before jumping to next concept and next concept, right? So now we have 4 challenges. What are the 4 challenges? First challenge is print a character from its position. Let's say name is Suresh, right? So if the name is Suresh, then let's say if the question is print a character which is available in the third position of third index, index 3, print a character which is available on index 3 or third position. If someone asks you like that, print a character that's available on third index. So what is third index? 0, 1, 2, 3. Third is E, right? So E should be printed. So let's identify, let's ask Python what is the index, what is the character. So what is the code that we need to write? Print name by its index position third. It's as simple as that. Our Python will tell us, our code will tell us what is the character. The character is E, but we also knew the result beforehand itself, right? So this is how you pull out a particular character from its position, by knowing its index. And the second thing is print all the characters from the string. Let's say name is Rakesh. Okay, so if the name is Rakesh, let's say if I want to output each and every character in different lines, print all the characters from the string in new line. So what I can do is I can write a simple logic here. Logic in the sense I can use a for loop, and I can print all the characters of this particular string. So how to do that? For x in name, print x. It's as simple as that. Save it. Let's run the code and see what is the output. What is happening over here? Rakesh. Every character that is available inside this, don't go with this E. This E is nothing but this one. This is the output. That is what E is, right? So for what is the output of this particular print text? From here, R to SH, Rakesh. Each word has come into a new line. This way we can count how many numbers of lines, how many characters we have, and all those things we can easily identify using those loops. Don't worry about how to create these loops and all, for loop and all. We will understand all those things later in our future videos, in our intermediate course or in our advanced course. For this basic course, these are the simple challenges. Just for your exposure purpose, I am creating these. I'm just showing it with an example. If someone asks you what is the length of a particular character, what is the length of a particular string, let's say this is okay, I'll give you an example. Name, you can say that the length of this particular string is Rakesh. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6 is the length, right? So what if I say this is the name? This is a name. If this is a whole string, then how do you calculate the whole characters or length of a whole string? It's really difficult, right? It is not human readable. Or if this is human readable, what if you have a number that is non-human readable? Then what you need to do is, instead of manually doing it, we can do it through code by using print. And inside print, what we need to do, use this method called as length and parenthesis, and inside parenthesis we add name. That's it. It's as simple as that. Now if I run this code, what will happen? We'll get the length of a particular string. The length of this particular string is 49, right? So what if here I add this print length of what? Length of name variable. If I save it and run this program, I can see 6, because Rakesh is nothing but 6 characters, and here this particular name is of 49 characters. That's how we use method, or you can say function, called as len. And then finally, last but not least, we have one more last challenge left. What is the last challenge? Check if the word is available or not in a string. Let's say introduction. This is a variable, and what is a string here? Hey, my name is Rakesh Kumar. Okay, so here if you see, if someone asks you, by giving you this variable and with this string, and if someone asks you, check whether the word my is available inside variable called introduction. So what we need to do is, we need to write a code that will check whether this word called as my is available inside this variable called as introduction or not. So for that, what I can do is, let's go ahead and write the code called as print double inverted comma my in. I'll use this word called as in. What is this in? In is nothing but a operator that we have learned in our last chapter. Okay, I guess I gave you a task to complete in last chapter. That is what I'm explaining here right now. So if you go to operators, and if you check, I have given you task to identify and learn about these 3 operators, right? Out of these 3 operators, right now I'm teaching you this operator I'm using right now. This is the condition where we can go ahead and use, and here I'm checking whether my is available in the variable called as what? Introduction. That's it. If it is true, then it will return us a true variable value, and if it is false, it will return us a false value. Since it is true, it returns us a true value. Let's go ahead and see print and see whether the word Rakesh is present in introduction variable. If it's true, it will say true. If it is false, it will. If the word is not available, then it will tell us false. Rakesh is also available. Let's see if print Ramesh is available in the variable called as introduction, right? So now check if Ramesh is available inside introduction. So if Ramesh word is available inside this variable, then it will show true. If it is not available, it should show us false. Let's run this code. and see, scroll down. Yes, it's showing us false because Ramesh word is not available in this particular variable, right? So let me clear this output. Right. So yeah, congratulations. If you have made it till the end of this video, then congratulations. You have successfully learned many concepts in strings in Python, and you should be really confident to work with strings, right? And in our advanced chapters and stuff like that, we will see how to implement this in practical projects and all, in practical exercises with more examples and all. We will see that, we'll explore it in detail. But now I understand that we have covered a lot of concept in just one video, but it was important. So in this chapter it was important for me to cover all these concepts, so we have done it successfully. Please watch this video again and again and again and again, and wherever you think, and please don't memorize anything. You don't have to memorize anything. If you don't understand any concept or any line of code, you simply let me know in the Q&A section. I'll try to explain that particular logic or whatever it is. Or if you're getting some error, then please share that particular snippet. I'll go ahead and answer your queries, right? So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.